all know jealousy makes or breaks a relationship, but it can also make a great series. Here are 10 animes with the jealous girls you must watch. Let's go. Number 10, A Couple of Cuckoos.
私への個人的な質問か。私ね、言い名付けがいるんだ。でも、海野くんは気になるかな。
Starting off, imagine finding out that you have been living with the wrong family for your entire life. That's what happened to Nagi Mino and Erika Amano. Nagi's your classic good boy who's super smart, while Erika's your iconic influencer who loves watching those likes come in. But what they don't know is that they have to get married all because of their parents' mistake.
何を話してたの？
お兄には関係ないじゃん。でも私たちなんだか仲良くなれそうね。
From the get-go, I really think this is one of the most unique harem anime out there because them getting switched from birth is already crazy. There's also the fact that the comedy is really hilarious and you can even find some wholesome scenes. Yep, this anime is more wholesome and cute than ecchi, and it still doesn't become boring. So what are you waiting for? Check it out and you'll know what I mean. Number 9, Girlfriend Girlfriend.
二股についてはせいぜい頑張って私を納得させて。あ、納得させる前に渚ちゃんとエロいことしたら殺す。なおよ。
Harem's not a word that Naoya Mukai ever expected to use to describe his love life. He is a simple and loyal boy who only has eyes for his childhood friend Saki Saki, who finally becomes his girlfriend after years of chasing. But his happiness is short-lived as he soon meets Nagisa Minase, a cute and persistent girl who confesses her feelings for him. Naoya is torn between the two girls who both want him for themselves.
先に会えたら直哉くんと二人で過ごしていいって。二人で花火を見て。
This anime serves as a fun reminder not to take the harem genre too seriously because it doesn't even take itself seriously. It's one of the most entertaining harems I've ever seen, and I say that without a hint of irony. This type of unassuming and not given a duck attitude makes the show a rare find, and it's genuinely a really good anime to watch. Number 8, Saikano, How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend.
何笑ってるのかな。それ余計に怒れてきちゃうんだけどな。仲間だよね。 友達だよね。エリリも霞ヶ丘先輩も兵藤さんも。
If you're tired of all those boring games out there, why not just make one yourself? That's what our boy Tomoya Aki wanted. He has a dream of making his own game, but he can't do it alone. So he gathers a team of talented and quirky friends: Eriri, a childhood friend, Utaha, a famous novelist, and Megumi, a cute girl who becomes a nurse. And together, they form a doujin circle and work hard to create their masterpiece.
加藤の本当の魅力でユーザーを掴んで。
どうかな。
If you know a lot about today's anime industry, along with all the ecchi shows that come out these days, then you'll probably like this show a lot because the endless references and parodies are absolutely hilarious. Saikano is truly at its best when it's being non-serious, lighthearted, and just plain fun. I admit that it might be considered bad, but keep watching until the final movie comes out. Number 7, School Days.
ちょっと味見してみてよ。誠、鼻にクリームついてる。
あ、飛んだのかな。
High school is a time of love, betrayal, friendship, and plain weirdness. That is what Makoto Ito learns when he falls in love with Kotonoha Katsura, a beautiful girl who rides the same train as him. He thinks he has no chance with her until his classmate Saiki Sainoji offers to play Cupid for him. She becomes friends with Kotonoha and tries to bring her closer to Makoto, but she also develops feelings for him along the way.
してみると加藤も結構。
誠！ 本当にサボるなもう
School Days is a unique blend of thrills, edgy scenes, a realistic harem, and a touch of very satirical humor. It's really well made and moves at a good pace, offering plenty of twists to keep viewers hooked. From beginning to end, it's a show that's hard to put down. You might not just find the words to describe this anime, especially if you're watching the ending. Number 6, The Pet Girl of Sakurasao.
あいつおかしいんだよ異常なんだよあれは異常な可愛さだよくそお前ばっかりやめろって
No, there are no literal pet girls here, so furry fans, go away. Our boy, Sorata Kanda, ends up in Sakurasou Dormitory, a place full of chaotic people. There, he meets Misaki, a bubbly animator, Jin, a charming writer, Ryusuke, who is just mysterious, Nanami, a hopeful voice actress, and Mashiro, a beautiful and talented artist who needs his help. Together, they form a bond of friendship and rivalry as they pursue their dreams and passions.
いやちょっとさすがにそれは無理だ俺ジョジョを名前で呼んだことないし
美咲は呼んでるわ
あれは宇宙人だ
千尋も
あれはアマゾレスだ
Sakurasou probably has one of the best stories. Not to mention the openings completely captures the mood of this entire anime. The second ending paired really well with the characters' dynamics at that point in the story, one of the absolute killer aspects of Sakurasou. Most anime have art that uses generic colors, which is the reason why most rom-coms look the same. But Sakurasou strays away from this. It's just built different. Number 5, Golden Time.
なんであんたらが私より先にお帰り宣言してるわけみんなわきまえてよ愛し合う二人の感動の再会なんだから
Have you ever confessed and wanted to have amnesia right after? Because that's exactly what happened to Baniri Tada. He has no memory of who he was or where he came from. He tries to start over and make new friends at a law school in Tokyo, but his life is turned upside down when he meets Koku Kaga, an eccentric girl who falls in love with him. Together, they experience the highs and lows of college life as Banri slowly recovers his identity and his feelings.
多田くん15分も遅刻だよ
ごめんね
そう怒ってないよ多田くんに会えて嬉しい
Golden Time is like breaking the endless loop of would they date or not. But what makes this Golden Time interesting is the comedy. The jokes mainly come from the interactions between his friends and minor characters. Basically, we would see a comedy that happens in our real life, and that's why Golden Time is considered one of the best rom-coms in anime. It's not just funny, but there's a whole lot of drama and twists that are going to blow your mind. Number 4, The Dangers in My Heart.
先に帰るわ
いやつまりだ
Does love have the power to change a killer's heart? That is the question that Koyutaru Ichikawa faces when he meets Anna Yamada. He has a murderous obsession with her, but he also discovers that she's a clumsy and clueless girl who always gets into trouble. That's when he's drawn to her innocence and charm and starts to develop feelings for her. But he also struggles with his inner demons and wonders if he can ever love her without hurting her.
今日って呼んでいい
The Dangers in My Heart has had quite an interesting run. From a full-on cringe fest to an incredibly wholesome ride filled with character development and moments that really actually put my heart in danger. And let's talk about the art style. It's neat and falls under the modern type of animation. So this anime isn't just a roller coaster of jokes and wholesomeness, they just nailed the art and made it look even cuter. Number 3, Eat a Kiss.
本当にこいつとキスしたのか
情けな
入江くんの彼女
まさか
まさかですってそれじゃ私のファーストキスって一体
I know you know the pain of loving someone one-sidedly, and it's the same for how Kotoko Aiharav feels for Naoki Iri. She has loved him since high school, but he straight up rejected her and ignored her. But fate has a funny way of bringing people together, and when an earthquake destroys her house, she ends up living with him and his family. She sees this as a chance to get closer to him and win his heart, but will fate really be her friend?
松本さんって入江くんのことあれ
お前焼きもち焼いてんの？
違う
Itazura na Kiss shows exactly what the viewer wants to see. This anime makes you feel what the other character is feeling and makes you think what the other character is thinking. This is easily one of the most enjoyable anime I have watched to date. Each anime has its flaws, no doubt about it, but story-wise, it was simply perfect. Just perfect. Number 2, Mirai Nikki.
では若葉さんよろしくお願いしますね。
はい。学級委員長若葉萌天野くんのラブレターの相手。
Survival is the only rule in a game where the prize is to become a god. We follow Yukiteru Amano, who discovers that his phone can predict the future. He meets Yuno Gasai, a beautiful and obsessive girl who has a similar phone and claims to love him. She offers to protect him from the other players who are all out to kill them. Together, they enter a deadly game of cat and mouse where they have to use their phones and their wits to survive. It's yandere time!
そこまで走れるね。
And if you love yandere, you're gonna love this. Mirai Nikki will literally resurrect your edgy 15-year-old self. The animation is so violent with a lot of blood and gore spilled, it generally carries a dark atmosphere, which is fitting for the dark story of Mirai Nikki. If you look at it from a fair point of view, it's actually a really good show that's super fun to watch. Number 1, the dreaming boy is a realist.
ちょっと付きまとわないでって。
あ、いや、トイレ行きたいだけ。
そう。
Is it possible to make someone fall in love simply by leaving a positive impression on them? Our boy Wataru Sajo is notorious in his school for his relentless pursuit of his crush. His typical day involves following her around and declaring his love at every opportunity. However, he eventually decides to stop. As Wataru moves forward, Akie begins to interact with him in surprisingly suggestive ways, causing him to wonder if letting go of his feelings is the right choice.
今ちょっと離婚調停中だから黙ってろ。
離婚って。
なんだよそれ。
泥沼か？うっせ。
Finally, a tsundere character that the main character actually knows how to handle, and he doesn't just allow her to push him around. The plot truly stands out by avoiding the usual anime cliches, making the story not cringe and actually believable. One of its highlights is the main character, who is refreshingly down to earth, and not as irritating as the typical rom-com protagonists we often see in this genre. All of this helps in making this series number 1 in our list of the top 10 anime with a jealous girl.